Based right here in Los Angeles, Dr. Savoy Brummer is a physician, producer, and filmmaker. He brings medical expertise to the world of cinema.
It's a privilege and a pleasure, and I see you around, and you're super talented. It's just great that I can have a conversation with you, brother.
Likewise, man. I love seeing what you've been posting on social media, and it's just, amazing. After award show, and you balancing being a doctor and a filmmaker. Let's get into that. Tell me, did you always know that you were going to be doing both?
Not at all. I think that I come from a small town down south, and growing up, my parents always told me, you're either going to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Right.
And I actually have a twin brother, and we ended up being one a doctor and one a lawyer. But I went to Howard University.
Very nice.
And I was just surrounded by so much culture and so many intelligent and bright entertainers to be, right? So actresses, actors, producers, in the back of my mind, I think somewhere down taking a biology class, I thought to myself, one day I would love to do something like that. So I kind of finished my training and moved to LA, and so much opportunity was in front of me that I gave it a shot and got to meet creatives such as yourself and started building something, and 9 years later it has turned into something I would have never imagined. Again, I did my training all on the East Coast and started practicing. I'm an emergency medicine doctor by training, but I'm an owner and a partner of a large healthcare group called Vituity. Shout out to Vituity. But that has really provided me kind of the basis of understanding the business of medicine, and understanding the business of medicine, I was able to apply those principles to the business of entertainment.
Wow.
So it was, believe it or not, much more seamless than you would ever expect.
No, I was looking through, I did my research on you, through IMDb and whatnot.
I started my venture into entertainment purely because I thought it was a hobby, right? It was something cool I could do. I did a couple of shows that ended up delivering on Netflix.
Yes.
And it was right before COVID, but living in LA and seeing everything shut down was really something that touched me in a way that I had not previously experienced, right? So all of my friends who were in the business were sitting at home and were looking for a solution.
Right.
I got a call from one of my buddies that I worked with, who was a producer, and he said, hey, Hollywood's trying to restart. Can you hop on a Zoom call? And I said, sure, I'll tell you what I know and what I'm doing in my hospitals. And it was probably 500 producers that were on, and they started peppering me with questions about everything from how to protect actors to how financially would they be able to start a larger production. So I finished the call. I thought that was it. I actually got a call from Kevin Hart's people and from Netflix, and they said, we need you to do an all-nighter. Can you give us your protocols tomorrow? And this is before the white papers, before testing. It was before everything was being done.
Right.
And so there was no standard, but I delivered Kevin Hart's first show, and soon after, the folks from Warner Brothers, they were doing King Richard, and they asked me to help with that, so I got that started. And it really, again, to your point, it was kind of this, right place, right time. There's no such thing as luck, only preparation and opportunity, where, I did all this studying for medicine, and then I invested a little bit of my time into entertainment, and I just merged the two. So all throughout COVID, I worked with everybody, man, from Jay-Z to Dave Chappelle to Kevin Hart. It was, sometimes we were managing 20 shows all at once.
Oh my gosh.
And we did the Olympics, worked with Barack and Michelle Obama on their production companies. It was just an experience where really, especially being an emergency medicine doctor, it was one of those fearless moments where I'm the tip of the spear and change lives.
Well, I think in both ways, you're, in a good way, you're a film nerd and a doctor
100%.
nerd.
Oh, totally a film nerd.
Yes.
Totally a film nerd.
How do you balance yourself, doing all this? I mean, you're working double time, triple time, quadruple time. How did in the world, like, do you rest? Like, what's your...
Yeah, you know, I love sleep. I'm the first to say. I think that, you know, wellness is something in medicine that we really look at for all of our physicians and our advanced providers, because it's really tough, man. You know, healthcare is tough these days, and dealing with not only patients, but, you know, insurers and payers and all those things.
Right.
And so I really make sure that I rest, I exercise, I am able to have good friends and good people come by, because I really think that that's a part of my own spiritual
Amen to
peace.
that. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love being on sets. I told you I love to travel.
Yep.
You know, I think we've got, for me, I'm very much so an indie nerd. So, you know, I probably have 4 or 5, you know, flicks a year that are coming out in production.
Yes.
But
Tell us about your recent one, Chum, that we're
Chum just came out. Yeah, that one is it's another shark movie. It's a goodie but oldie. We actually shot it in Malta. Malta.
Wow, I know the island. It's beautiful.
Oh,
The
it's
Mediterranean.
beautiful.
Yes.
It's actually known to be the place to shoot underwater films, right?
Oh, wow.
So the production companies that are down there are amazing with their underwater lenses, all of the all the different stunts that are done. It's just concentrated there. And so, you know, we shot it in, I guess, July a couple of years ago. And I mean, it was dangerous.
Yes.
You know, you're out there, you're on a boat. We had about 4 or 5 other kind of safety boat and patrol boats that were there. We had a couple of different medical emergencies. There was a guy that had, so this is the funny thing, there was a guy who's actually the lead antagonist. And he was like, man, I'm getting really sweaty. Man, I can't really see anything. Man, this is kind of crazy. But of course they come to me as, you know, hey, you're the producer, but can you also like check out this guy? And they have scopolamine patches for seasickness. Well, he ended up having a dose that was super high, and he put it in his eyes. And so he had, you know, our lead antagonist had scopolamine toxicity. And so it was like the craziest. So he's like sweating up there, all up on the boat, and we're like, you're not supposed to be sweating yet. Like, you're not even doing the action scenes. So I fixed them, and but he was like, man, you know, to this day, Doc, you saved my life. I was like, and you saved our days.
Yes.
So we made our days. We got everything done.
Well, are you thinking about movies when you're in the hospital room? I wanted to ask you that because like I've seen you make expressions like in the like on Instagram, like, man, I told you not to eat all those cookies. Like that's what it looks like you were saying.
Oh my gosh, I told you not here. Well, I mean, like I think being in an emergency room, Doc, it's like being a movie. It's amazing that we have all this publicity now with the pit and you know, like we're one of these like sexy, glamorous specialties.
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. But like, you know, you meet so many different people, right? Like you meet your community. Yeah. And you'll meet 100 people in 8 hours, right? Yeah. Between family members and patients and so forth. And so you really have got to be able to communicate. You know, one of the things I know you and I were talking about is being able to tell a story. And if you can tell a story, you can change the world. And if, you know, I go into work in emergency departments, and I will say that I'm always thinking about the story that I have to tell to a patient so that they will follow up with their primary care doctor, so that they will take their medications, so that they understand the message that I'm trying to give. And I actually do incorporate that communicative style to kind of everything that I do. But I mean, you can't, with the things that I've seen in the department, you can't help but to think, wow, you know, if this was in Transformers, this would be a great
Would you want to make that, like, have you seen anything that like you're like, oh my God, I want this should be in a show or something? Or
oh,
like...
well, I've worked with shows before. Yeah. And they've incorporated some of my ideas. So, I mean, you know, that did not take very long for, so many shows and movies are like, so how, you know, would you do that? Well, actually, so this way, you can deliver a baby, you know, and at 12 o'clock and at 12:15 you'll have a gunshot that comes in. You know, like
that's
terrible.
Oh,
Hakuna Matata,
guys.
Circle of Life, Lion King, call it whatever you want, right? It's like the entire circle in 15 minutes. I mean, it's crazy. So, I mean, it does test your bounds of reality. Like even in Chum, there were some amputations.
Oh.
And the makeup and special effects folks, they call me and they're like, Doc, does this look real? And I'm like, actually, it does look real. It was amazingly accurate. And I was like, wow, you got the blood coming out and everything else.
Oh.
And but it's great. It's on AMC Plus and in theaters now. It'll be on Hulu in 6 months.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, when you start understanding the distribution process, that's how
Walk us through that. For someone that's not like familiar, who's watching this show right now, for someone who's not like really familiar with the distribution process, like, can you explain how does that work and how does someone make money from a film that they just shot?
Yeah, you know what? If there's one thing that I want your audience to take away is like a better understanding of the distribution process, because so many people have wonderful ideas, but like I always says, everybody's got a great idea, but it's all about the execution.
Right.
Okay. And so when it comes to distribution now, today, you have to really look at before you shoot where it's going to be sold. A lot of people just make a film and they say, well, we're going to try to make it as great as we can. We're going to have X number of days, and you're going to ask an investor to go and write their hard-earned check without a pathway towards reimbursement. And I think one of the problems that a lot of filmmakers make is that they look at the art, but they really don't also appreciate the business aspects to it, right? And so you can't in perpetuity go out and find different executive producers and investors for your films if you continually show that you may have gotten something distributed, but you didn't get them paid back in a reasonable manner and a timely manner, right? And that's how you really create your name in this industry. And I learned a lot. There's a guy named Luke Daniels who's an amazing producer. He's got Redwire Productions down in Santa Monica. And he really helped me to understand that relationships with any distributor are extremely important. So being able to walk into Lionsgate or even a smaller distributor and negotiating the terms before you shoot is important. Understanding that your attachments matter, okay? And that's when you really have to work your relationships and say, there is a valuation on every actor that is a part of your film. And the trick of being a great producer is understanding what that valuation is, being able to look at a distribution outlet and being able to articulate that with both domestic and foreign, right? So there are times that I've chosen to make, African-American rom-coms. I'm very aware of who the talent will be, but also, understanding that I'm gonna get most of my return of investment domestically.
Yes.
Foreignly, from a foreign, division, I'm not gonna get that.
No.
But, a movie like Chum, again, it's filmed in Malta. Believe it or not, with these days, you're getting much more of your financing ultimately coming from foreign as opposed to domestic. So ideally what you would do is you'd find out how much someone is going to give you to make a movie, and then your goal is to do it for less than that, and whatever that difference is going to be your margin.
Beautiful.
But how you then have honest conversations with your director and even your talent, because your talent may be expecting residuals after the waterfall. Like, having an honest conversation is extremely important. Making sure that once you get one really good attachment, that they use their influence and personal relationships to go and get other talent to work at scale. Again, it's important, right? These days, people aren't making even, of course this summer you'd think otherwise,
right.
But most people are not making a bunch of $10, $15 million movies, right? And if you do so, it's usually a major lead actor, or it's so much post-production and VFX that it's got to be like a reason that you're doing that. But again, never overplay your hand. Never think that just because something looks great or that it was shot someplace that it brings inherent value to your film. We did a shoot called The Dreadful.
Oh.
And it was out in Scotland. It had Kit Harington and Sophia Turner from Game of Thrones, and Marcia Gay Turner. She's an Oscar award nominee. She was amazing. They were pros. They were out there in the cold in Scotland, just taking it on the chin, right? Yeah. But, you know, some of the members of the production team couldn't take it as well as these guys, right? So, you know, you just have to, it's culture, right? I always say culture isn't a line item, but culture on your production, making sure that everybody has the right goals and the right aims, because it's not always about being able to get the greatest shot. It's how you know, the audience can feel the unity and the culture that you created something with. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And so you know, all those things have value.
Yeah. So as a Black man, like, you know, to you, like what, you know, would you want to see more in Hollywood when it comes to representing people like us?
Yeah. You know, well, first of all, I just want to shout out the people who are actively ensuring that we are represented and that the people behind the camera are represented.
There we go.
Ricky Hughes is amazing. She's over at Magic Lemonade and she does all of Chappelle's stuff. And I'll always remember the first time Netflix said, hey, you know, we've got a doc for COVID. You know, she just looked at me. And there's one of the line producers, Kali, they looked at each other and like, we want him. There's nobody else that Dave's gonna take. We want this person. And so I know that, you know, companies like Magic Lemonade for Chappelle or Heartbeat with Kevin Hart, Candace Wilson, same thing, right? That they are actively fighting for appropriate representation. And if you can get the representation behind the camera, they're the ones that actually make the avenues for the representation in front of the camera. You know, one of the things that, like, for me, I think being a successful Black man, I'm very much so under the radar. And I wrestle with myself, especially with social media, and how I communicate success to people and give people like inspiration, right? Because you don't want to come off as braggadocious or whatever, right? I try to create this like narrative of someone that can do something that came from public school down south, that, you know, really didn't have any other means towards Hollywood or entertainment or even medicine, and showing people like we can be successful.
Yes. We
can be successful in alternative ways. It doesn't have to be this way, you know?
Right.
And you can be a nerd and still have your own company, but yet if you follow your dream or have a good idea and able to execute, you can really do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
And so that's just something that I'm more intentional about, and I'm getting out of my shell and saying, yeah, you know what, you can do whatever you want to do.
Well, that's wonderful. I love to see that, man.
Life imitating art, or art imitating life. I don't know, but
you're out here saving lives.
See crazy stuff all the time, man.
Saving lives, seeing crazy things, but making beautiful things at the same time.
Hey, as do you. You know.
Thank you.
Again, I really respect. You know, I always say I wasn't the most creative person in the world, but I work with what I got, right? And I think that, you know, as I look at my legacy going forward, it's really to create platforms for people to be the best version of themselves. So, you know, right now I look for talent, I look for great ideas, and it's just a privilege at this point in my life to be able to like create those platforms for folks like yourself. So
amen.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I mean, Dr. Savoy Brummer, thank you like so much for sharing your expertise and your beautiful stories.
I appreciate you, man.
God bless you.
No.
You're doing amazing things.
Hey, man, keep changing the world. Keep changing the world, one person at a time. Keep changing the world.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. All right.
Tell us where we can find you on social media and where we can learn more about you.
Okay, so at The Savvy Doc, you can go to, no, that's about it. At The Savvy Doc on TikTok, Instagram. Please come and if you've got a great idea, DM me, man. I read and respond to everybody who contacts me.